I'd like to talk tonight about a really silly battle I see going on between traditional naturopaths and naturopathic medical doctors. And to further describe these groups, the naturopathic profession has been in the United States for over 100 years. Benedict Lust is kind of credited as the first naturopathic doctor, and he created this profession in the United States. He brought over a lot of the techniques from Europe, and he created this eclectic profession, and it almost died out for several reasons. But there were some people who carried on that profession, and I'm kind of considering them traditional naturopaths. And there are many different programs and so forth that train naturopathic doctors, as well as apprenticeships and so forth. And I think that these people have a lot to offer. Then there's also the naturopathic medical doctor programs. And this is an emerging profession. I believe it kind of came into being in the 70s, essentially. And there's, maybe 10 CNME approved schools in North America. So this is really it's a very organized profession. It's structured, like the chiropractic profession, or you could say like the medical profession, that, it's got these bodies that will approve their board tests and the schools and so forth. And so they're really attempting to create a standard, at least a minimum standard, whereby they can train doctors, and they can assure that they meet at least this minimum standard. Okay, and so it is a rigorous program. You need to have an undergraduate degree and fulfill all these prerequisites, and then you go on to a graduate school program that's 4 years. It's structured a lot like medical school. However, instead of focusing on drugs and surgery, you focus on naturopathic modalities. So I went to a CNME school, and we learned about nutrition, herbs, homeopathy. We learned about kind of naturopathic spin on chiropractic. At my school, we learned a lot about acupuncture and Chinese medicine. We learned about nature cure. We learned about the history of naturopathic medicine. So I'm just on social media, and I see some people, they're talking garbage on these CNME approved schools. And I can understand why they're saying that, because there are some things that they do that I don't agree with. I think, however, to just disparage all of the CNME schools and all the doctors that come out of that's really throwing away the baby with the bathwater. Students who go to those schools, they're on a mission. They're there for passion. They know that they're taking on debt, and I think they believe that they're going to be a bigger gift because of everything that they're sacrificing. And I don't consider most of them, there are some people you could argue have sell out. They get on other bandwagons. They might use, and this is all a matter of opinion too on what would even be selling out. And in my opinion, I signed up to be a naturopath, so I'm going to be a naturopath. If anyone who wants to see a medical doctor, they can go see a medical doctor. So, I leave all the drugs and surgery to the medical doctors, and I practice naturopathic medicine. It's nice to be able to, I can refer to, or I can prescribe medications if I need to. Anyway, these groups, they have to stop fighting each other. It's really strange to me how they're kind of at each other's throats, and they're always talking garbage on one another. Not always, but there's enough of it going on, and it just seems really silly to me. Like I said, I'm grateful for all my training. I'm really, I think I can serve my patients really well because of the training I've got and because of the licensure I hold. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of my schooling, and I'm not a sellout. I'm a naturopath through and through, and I'm proud of a lot of the traditional naturopaths. A lot of them have worked very hard. They've studied. They help a lot of people, and there's no reason for them to be fighting one with another. I definitely, I'm not on this train saying that naturopaths don't need to be licensed, because I've been unlicensed for 5 years and now I have a license, and there's a lot of I can do a lot more things for my patients, and I don't have to worry about as much liability and so forth. So it's something that protects me as a practitioner to have a license, and I really appreciate that. And so I can so I can help more people. Anyway, so kind of just giving you a window into that, and ask you not to jump on this bandwagon. This is probably for people who are kind of within this world and who are kind of more knowledgeable about it. You know, I've just heard certain organizations and people disparage CNME schools, and then I've heard it go the other way too, you know, and disparaging the traditional naturopaths. And I think we need to explore ways and find ways where we can all practice within our skill set in a way that we're protecting the public, and we're serving the public, and we're safe, and we're accountable, and give people give naturopaths of all kinds opportunities that they can help as many people as possible, and that they can have access to as many tools as possible, and as their training if they have the training and the knowledge and the skills and the abilities, then I would love to see those people have the privileges and the opportunities to employ those things and help people. So those are just some thoughts I had. I'd love to, I'd love to be an ambassador and kind of help anyone, like I said, who has the ability that they can help people. And there's enough hardships for naturopathic medicine that we can't really be fighting each other. And that goes for any profession, whether it's naturopaths or acupuncturists. Sometimes there's these kind of strange rivalries and so forth. And I think we can do better, and we can band together, and we can really help each other, and so that we can all help our communities. So thanks. Those are my thoughts.